Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus time travelers. I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for being here. This is your full moon in Leo reading. As always, these messages are collective in nature. They are not individualized nor personalized to you. So as the messages come through today, just take the ones that fit, leave the ones that don't, because if it's not your message, it simply means that it is meant for someone else. Also, be sure to check out your other placements. With all of that said, my love, let's begin. What is the full moon in Leo message here for the Cancer collective? We have the crossing initiation, card number 54. Your first moonology card here is full moon in Aquarius, be real. Well, this is a full moon in Leo, but it is occurring in Aquarius season. And then you also have full moon forgiveness. Okay, tell me more about this here for the Cancer collective. What do they need to know about the crossing initiation, card number 54, full moon in Aquarius, be real, and full moon forgiveness? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Okay, I'm being told to take this one. We have the 10 of Cups and we have the Fool. That is followed by the 4 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, Judgment, and the 7 of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Wands, we have the 8 of Cups, and we have Temperance. That leaves the 10 of Swords, Queen of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and the Star card here at the bottom of the deck. Some of you are probably not going to want to hear this message, but please hear it through to its entirety. There's something here about you sabotaging your way forward towards the 10 of Cups, towards possibly even the 9 or 10 of Pentacles here, if you do not fully forgive someone here in your life. Now, forgiveness doesn't mean that you condone what they did to you or that they were right, but holding on to the resentment or holding on to the anger or maybe even just holding on to the sadness is actually holding you back from the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. So you're at a crossing point here in the energy now of the full moon in Leo, where you could release this. You could release the anger, the sadness, like I said, the resentment. And even if this is something that you possibly did to someone else, it would be releasing any of the remorse or the regret that you're possibly carrying for your role in something. Tell me about this 10 of Cups. Tell me about the 10 of Cups here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The 10 of Cups is clarified by the moon. Look at all your moon cards. The 3 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles. There is something here that you need to, like I said, you don't need to do anything. You have the divine gift of free will, but you should do. You should, your way forward towards the 10 of Cups, emotional contentment, true fulfillment, right? True emotional fulfillment comes via you releasing a heavy emotional burden, if you will, that you have been carrying for quite some time. And again, it could just be sadness, but this is an obstacle to you actually crossing into and discovering and experiencing and attaining and even maintaining the 10 of Cups here. Tell me about the 9 of Pentacles. I feel like this is saying you need to become single, free, and independent of the pain here that you're holding. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Yes, Page of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Hangman. Bottom of the deck, the Magician. I almost feel like your manifestation has been on hold. Something here that you've been manifesting could be a job, could be health, you know, a better health. It certainly could be in respect to a connection or a partnership here in your life. Whatever your manifestation is, I feel like it is on hold. And it is on hold because you need to free up some energy within yourself. Currently, a lot of your energy is being used to process and hold on to this 8 of Cups to the 10 of Wands. There's something here about you truly being the real you, the real, free, authentic you, feeling lighter and not carrying around this emotional heaviness. Comes via you releasing, again, whatever the emotional burden has been for you that you've been holding on to, releasing that in this full moon. And like I said, forgiving someone else, forgiving yourself. It'll be different for all of you. Let's do a joint clarification here of the Fool to the Judgment card. One more shuffle here. Thank you. This is clarified by Justice, Death, and the Three of Cups. And bottom of the deck is the Sun. And I don't want to keep repeating the message and taking up your time, but something here ended in your life. Situation, environment, a connection. Whether you broke up with them, they broke up with you, they fired you, you quit, you separated from the friend, possibly someone passed away, someone wronged you, you wronged them. I can go on and on and on. There's dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of scenarios that could have played out here. But how it impacted you was it left you holding this emotional heaviness, and it has become an energetic weight on you. And there's something here required in the Cancerian collective that they need to let go of it. And like I said, forgiving others and possibly even forgiving yourself will free up the energy. It will bring a finality to that chapter that closed out for you. And then the Sun can really come in, and then that introduces healing. Tell me about the Four of Cups to the Seven of Swords, because there's something here where maybe you're not quite seeing that something that you desire, some type of manifestation here, is not coming in, or not coming in quite exactly the way you would like. And I feel like what you're not realizing here is you're sabotaging it by either not forgiving someone else or not forgiving yourself. Let's do a joint clarification here of the Four of Cups to the Seven of Swords. One more shuffle here. Thank you. This is being clarified by the Nine of Swords, the Hermit, and the Two of Swords. That's what's happening here. So you're hoping and praying for something, most likely working in concert with the divine to make it a reality. And you could feel blocked. You could feel like, right, you're sitting here in the Nine of Swords, like, I don't understand. I'm doing everything possible to find a job. I can't find a job. I'm doing everything possible to allow love to come into my life, to welcome a life partner, and I'm just not finding anyone. And so you can sit here and meditate and pray on this manifestation. But what you're not seeing in that Two of Swords is it is blocked because you are needing to forgive yourself or someone else. Can we get some advice here for the Cancer collective? We have Archangel Michael here on the table with Temperance. So any message from Archangel Michael here to the Cancer collective at this time? One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Star. Your healing as well as your wish fulfillment will be able to energetically now enter your life. Seven of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Bottom of deck, Five of Pentacles. I think it's really important. I noticed the crossing here is kind of like this bridge. The Seven of Wands is also like this bridge. There's something here about the final step to really concluding whatever chapter here has closed out for you is by Queen of Swords speaking it, like speaking it to the heavens, to God, to Jesus, Muhammad, whatever that deity or deities are that you believe in. There's something here about saying it out loud, looking up to the sky, even if that's possible for you, depending on where you live in the world, because I don't know how cold it might be. I know it's like -4 degrees here, but even that, you can look out of your window. But there's something here about looking up towards the heavens and literally saying it out loud, forgiving yourself or forgiving someone else, as well as doing like a full moon ritual to release the pain or the resentment here. And pinned to the comment section of this video will be a full moon ritual that you can do in the energy of the full moon in Leo. I want to get you a couple of cards here of advice. Pretty short reading here for you. Short and to the point. But yes, your manifestation is not being ignored by the divine. There's just not enough energetic space for it. So in order to let the good stuff in, we kind of have to let the bad stuff out or the sad stuff out. And that is something that you can work on releasing here in this full moon in Leo. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice here. Okay, way too many. 3 cards of advice here for the Cancer collective. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice. 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Working on releasing the disappointment or the despair or whatever bereavement that you're carrying in your heart. Loss, regrets, remorse, all of it. That's what allows this new, and again, I feel like this Ace of Wands is just representing whatever your manifestation is. Something that's passionate, something that is new, a new beginning, a new potential, inspiration, creativity, Tower at the bottom of the deck. So it comes in the moment you can let go of something that you have been holding on to, for some of you up to the last 2 years. So in this full moon in Leo, I would say to do that full moon ritual. There's also something about just speaking it out loud, letting go and forgiving yourself, as well as whoever else here participated or created that 10 of Wands to the 8 of Cups that you've been holding on to for so long. That is what I have for you, my love. It looks like once you do that, you can cross over. That was like the final initiation that you needed to do in order to bring in your manifestation, which appears here will make you very, very abundantly happy. That is what I have for you, my love. That is your full moon in Leo message. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And thank you once again for being a time traveler. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.